Craziness went down literally just last week in the Halo HCS world, and we have to talk about it. Yo, what's up, guys? Why Not Be Reckless, aka Why Not Be Caster, one of the HCS commentators, analysts, and grassroots content creators, and we have another HCS report where we're breaking down everything that's happened over the last week. By the way, guys, we are recording this for Chatternet as well, so on the YouTube, yes, it's gonna be on the YouTube, but also on Chatternet. Shout out to Jumperscape for inviting me to be a part of this amazing program. You have 14 different content creators that are making up podcasts, and we do the HCS competitive side of things, but there's a whole different world for achievement hunting and just everything Halo related. It's absolutely amazing. So thank you, Jumperscape, for bringing me along, and don't forget to get involved. You can send me any questions via text message or voicemails. Questions, comments, concerns. I'll give you the phone number right now. It is 206-278-5795. Again, that's 206-278-5795. Send all your text message and voicemails there. 2-minute limit, but make sure you tell them that it's for Tony or Why Not at the beginning of your message. And let's get right into it, because I've been trying to tell y'all. That this SSG roster is real. I've been putting y'all on game since the beginning. Since before we even got involved with Chatternet on my YouTube, when I was telling y'all what the new Optic roster was gonna be, and everybody was like, what? What are you talking about? From the beginning, what this new SSG roster was gonna be. I was being questioned left and right. I told y'all what the Shopify Rebellion roster was going to be, but y'all didn't want to believe it. Well, do you believe it now? Because Space Station Gaming officially announced Snakebite and Lucid are joining Eco and Stellar. You have two MVPs from Halo Infinite on the same team, and two players joining them who are MVP caliber players. You have a great balance of pure brawn and damage dealing, with also the brains as well to figure out any given situation. This is a team that if they ever have a bad match, a bad scrim, or even a bad tournament, you already know they're going to be hitting the film review hard. They're going to figure out what those weaknesses are, and they're going to be immediately turning it into a strength. This Space Station Gaming roster was built to compete with the Optic God Squad. And I will put it out there and say, we have, if not two God Squads, I would even say three. I would even include Shopify Rebellion, because I know a lot of people are sleeping on Shopify Rebellion, but Space Station Gaming coming in, it is official, and it is going to be exciting to watch this SSG roster. If you're watching on the YouTube, let me know in the comments down below right off the rip how you feel about SSG. Let me know on that phone line, 206-278-5795. Again, 206-278-5795. Hit up that line, let them know it's for Tony, and let me know how you feel about SSG. And I guess that ain't the only announcement. That ain't the only announcement coming now, because you know what? Why don't we save that? Why don't we save that real quick? And why don't we talk about first? Since we're talking about roster announcements, why don't we talk about the fact that there's a new roster and a new organization coming in, TSM. I've been watching them on Apex for so long, because those of y'all probably know that not only do I commentate Halo, but I commentate Apex as well. Done a lot for Esports Arena. I've done a lot of different tournaments that have gone in. I've actually casted TSM multiple times as far as their professional team, especially when Imperial Hal was back on that roster. Even Verholz follows me on Twitter, because I've known him from the Esports Arena days. I know and love me some TSM, and now they're coming into Halo. The black and white is here, and they pick up that Pure and Rebellion smashed up together roster. You have Druck, Cherished, and Tolic, and joining them is Soul Snipe. We're reuniting Druck and Solstice, best friends. Tolik as well. You know, long-time Fung 4 roster, long-time Native Red roster. Like they've gone by many names, but they've been together for a long time. But instead of Manny, you have Cherish coming in, former Apex player as well, but might I say, Cherish, who was fantastic all of last season, joining Trey Try and the rest of the crew, this old trio. And I'm excited to see Cherish, Druck, and Tolik teaming together again. I'm excited to see Solstice and Druck back together again because it felt weird seeing them on the opposite side of the monitors. And I'm excited for TSM coming in as a partner team, by the way. They will have skins that you guys can be able to purchase here real soon when that new weapon skin comes out. I can't wait, by the way. I'm guessing weapon skins or armor skins, whatever they decide to do. Maybe both, I don't even know. But I'm excited to get me some TSM stuff. I'm also excited to get me some Shopify Rebellion merch and some skins because joining TSM is going to be Shopify Rebellion as partnered squads. Would have loved to see Native involved as well, by the way, which I've heard some things going on with Native with what they plan on doing, but I'm not exactly sure just yet. But would have loved to see Native as a partnered organization. Maybe there's still time. I think they've done fantastic. Well, they've put in multiple teams into the league. They've been continuously great. They've held tournaments. I've been loving what Native have been doing, but I'm also loving that TSM is here and what Shopify Rebellion have been doing. These are two big time names and big time organizations that are respected across esports. They're gonna get some eyes. They're gonna put some eyeballs on Halo. And that's important. So congratulations, Shopify Rebellion. We already know what their squad is, by the way. World 2 and Frosty, Last Shot and Cycle. They've been absolutely fantastic during the offseason tournaments, taking down every single one that they've been competing in. They've been putting in the work in the offseason, and it shows. Shopify Rebellion, welcome to the HCS partnership program. And now let's talk about the roadmap and us starting off with a 4-team Invitational on March 29th. FaZe Quezon, $50,000 land in Dallas, Texas. I don't think there's going to be any spectators, just the 4 teams invited. It's going to be on FaZe Quezon's channel, might I say. $50,000 on the line. And you're going to have FaZe, who haven't officially announced their roster, but I mean, bro. If you don't know who that is, I mean, come on now. You don't know ball. Come on now. We know who's on that. We know this is Trippy. It looks just like Trippy. Like you can like so. We're going to guess that Trippy Penguin Falcon suppressed roster is going to be joining FaZe, but we don't know. We quote unquote don't know. He looks just like him, bro. Optic Gaming, Space Station, and Shopify Rebellion joining FaZe. Would have loved to see TSM involved in that. Would have loved to see some other squads involved as well, but 4 teams, their full rosters competing for $50,000 on land in the FaZe Quezon Invitational. Yo, shout out FaZe Quezon. I mean, that's again another way of getting more eyeballs on competitive Halo, and you know I'm all about that. After that, we have the actual roadmap because it's going to be for points and all that good stuff. You have an open event and a qualifier leading up to a major from April 18th to April 20th, and it's going to be hosted by Optic Gaming. Arlington, Texas, we back, baby. Love me some Texas. Get me some Texas barbecue. After that, we have it open into a qualifier, into another open, not a major, which they haven't I don't think they actually have clarified what that means, but May 23rd to May 25th, we have DreamHack Dallas. So, hey, we got the Dallas for invitation. We got the Arlington. We got the Dallas. Hey, I'm all about Texas because you know everything's bigger in Texas. I wonder if the open event means that does that mean that everybody competes in the open bracket. There's no pool player championship bracket. Doesn't mean that a major doesn't have open. It doesn't mean that the majors don't have an open bracket and it's just the just a pro. I doubt that. Like, I wonder what the difference between the open is and the majors. We'll get some more clarification on that. But that's April. It's May 23rd to the 25th, and then you have again SSG. You know I love me some SSG events. You got August 1st to August 3rd. Open qualifier major again. August, we're back in Utah, and you already know SSG doing big. Love me some SSG. So far, maybe outside of Worlds, probably been some of my favorite events have been hosted by SSG. Like, they're creative, they put in the work, they put in the passion. I love me some Space Station Gaming. And then FaZe also, FaZe Kason starting off with that $50,000 land. And then FaZe are going to host their event from open to a qualifier to a early fall. We don't have exact dates, but another major hosted by FaZe leading up to a Halo World Championship. $1 million. October 24th to October 26th, back in Seattle. So very similar to what we saw last year. You're going to see the partner teams hosting their own events. I kind of thought that was going to be the case, and I kind of thought the Shopify Rebellions were going to be partnered, and I thought because of that may have led to a Canadian land. Like, I've never been to Canada. What's that? Called Canada? Why? I've never been to Canada before. And I would have loved for Shopify Rebellion to host their event over in Canada, because I'm pretty sure that's where they're based out of. Thought it would have been amazing. But either way, I love me some Optic. I love me some SSG. And FaZe are absolutely fantastic. DreamHacks are really cool. By the way, guys, at DreamHack, not only are you going to have Halo, but you're going to have so many other esports. We're gonna have Call of Duty and Halo in the same freaking building again. If that doesn't give you like MLG type of vibes, I don't know what does. I think that honestly, like, events like DreamHack might be the way to put esports like totally on the map. Like bro, like, esports has something for everybody. And to instead of having like separate events, to have everybody in the same place and have like this like giant fan like nerd convention, like, we love gaming, let's like start intermingling with each other. Like I love that idea, and I love the ideas of DreamHack. And not only is just like gaming too, but like, if you're a fan of anime, if you're a fan of trading cards, I love Magic the Gathering. I'm a big MTG fan. Like there is something for everybody at a DreamHack. So I'm actually gonna be really excited to go to these. I really hope HCS picked me up for these events. I would love to go to every one of these events. I've been to every major leading up into year 4. So I kind of hope that your boys will be involved again, but we'll see. And then finally, we have to talk about the new stuff that's coming to Halo in general, but specifically to ranked and competitive, because there was a chance that maybe we could have seen a fairly, maybe, I guess, a bland season if it wasn't treated right. But with the Rosetermania #1, that's really have breathed life into the HCS. And then on top of that, you have now new jumps coming in. You have the strafe speed being reduced, so jiggle peeking may not be as strong as it used to be. It's going to be more similar to how the strafing speed was in previous Halos. You have ranked squad battle coming in, assault coming back. 8v8 assault has been a beloved game mode since like the beginning of Halo, at least as long as I can remember. You have changes to the weapons, such as the Heat Wave, the Bulldog, the AR, these weapons that have been GA'd. Well, now there's big changes that are happening to them. And even Lucid tweeting out saying, hey, with the new changes and the new modes and everything kind of starting from fresh, he's saying GAs are out the window. Let's start play testing some of these things. And I agree. Bro, I know competitive integrity is important and there's a reason why we have gentlemen's agreements, but dude, I love the variety and the sandbox that Halo's always kind of brought to the table. And I think Halo Infinite has a very unique, a very diverse sandbox. And maybe with these tweaks, they won't be like too overpowered. And we'll start seeing these weapons come back to competitive, not only in like ranked gameplay, but also on the professional scene as well. I want to see the pros use these really cool and really fun weapons. They're exciting. Plays get made, and you know the audience goes crazy. The crowd goes wild when like some kind of crazy heat wave bank shot takes down somebody who's hiding in like the freaking fridge on Aquarius. Like I want to experience the sandbox again. I miss it. So with the tweaks, maybe we see the sandbox back in Halo Infinite. And then finally, want to give a shout out to Shopify Rebellion for winning the 4v4. They beat out GBX. By the way, GBX were playing with 3/4 of that Optic roster. I guess technically all of their Optic roster. You had Formal, you had Tusk, their coach, coming in. You had Renegade. You had 3/4 of that roster as far as players wise, but then you had Tusk coming in and filling out a spot for Legend. So excited to see Bound and the crew and everybody coming in as their full roster. GBX still playing well enough, even with Tusk as a substitute player, to get second place, ultimately losing out to Shopify Rebellion. And SSG also coming out as their full roster. But I think it's worth saying that SSG haven't played together, or really probably played much at all when it comes to like the offseason. So they're coming in third place, even getting beat out by GBX with a sub. Complexity in fourth, that rounds out your top four. Loving what I've been seeing so far in the offseason, and it sucks that we're gonna have to wait a little bit to see more off-season events, but maybe that's where like LVT or some other organizers can step in and maybe give us some other events, outside of just the online opens and qualifiers. We got to wait until March 1st to see another online open and qualifier. That's so long from now, but yeah, guys, that is your HCS report, and yeah, I mean, I'm just so excited. Rostermania is almost completely done with. We know who the top teams are. We know who most of the organizations are. We know what's going on. We have so much to be excited for going into the 2025 season. I'm ready. I really am. Guys, with all of this news coming out, let me know in the comments down below if you're watching on my YouTube channel, but also if you're watching on, Spotify, Apple Music, or wherever your podcast that you enjoyed them on the Chatternet. Make sure you hit up that phone line, or anybody can really hit up that phone line, 206-278-5795. Again, that's 206-278-5795. Leave a text message, a voicemail, let them know that it's for Tony. And on the next Chatternet episode, I'll respond to any of your comments, questions, concerns, emotional outbursts. Again, if you guys want to call me the fattest commentator to ever have lived, well, you could do it there. All right, guys. Peace.